Howdy, howdy everyone, Chris here. Welcome back to Garage Noise. Today we've got another video for you. We're gonna kind of review a paint gun today. We've got the new Harbor Freight HTE paint gun. This is the gun here. It is the Harbor Freight HTE with rear fan control. This is the new gun that they just released. We'll see how it sprays today. This gun consumes 11.5 CFM. It does come with the PPS adapter that you don't get a hard paint cup. You'll get a tool kit. We're gonna go ahead and spray with this today. I'm gonna spray a front bumper cover, just kind of give you a quick overview of what I think of it. It feels really good in my hand. The trigger feels nice. It's firm, but it's sturdy. So the fluid volume feels really smooth. It's not loose. Like some of those cheap guns, they feel kind of loose. This feels like it's machined real well. We're gonna put the fluid volume wide open and the fan pattern wide open, and then we'll set the air pressure starting at about 28 PSI. We might bump it up to 30. I just put a little thinner in this. You can see the fan pattern there. Pretty nice size fan pattern. I would say that's at least 10 inches. It might be a little larger. We'll have to test that out. We will be spraying sealer with this on this bumper cover, and then base and clear coat. So we'll do it all with this gun, just trying to give you guys a good idea of how it sprays. Just washed it with isopropyl alcohol. Blow off a little air here. I had it at 20. I'm going to turn the air pressure down a little bit. Okay, I gotta let this flash off, then we'll put another coat on. We've got some dust in here, but the gun sprayed good. Oh, it wide open, you're not saving any materials when you're painting, that's for sure, because it's dumping it on there. We've got to let this flash off. It's kind of cold in here. Okay, so I went around and scuffed it up. It had some dust in here, in the sealer, basically. Tack this off. We'll put another coat of base on it. We're probably gonna have to put 2 more. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mix up the clear coat. The clear coat we're using today is the Finish One FC710. That's a spot panel clear coat, good for 2 to 3 panels. Very good clear coat. If you're looking for a DIY clear coat, you can check that out. I'll leave links in the description. We're going to let this flash off for a little bit longer, and then we're going to hit it with some clear coat. I'll give you an idea of how I set this gun up for clear coat. I'm still working with this gun, trying to dial it in and fine tune it. But as far as this bumper cover, we had a full fluid volume, so we opened that up all the way. We had a full fan pattern, and I set the air pressure at about 28 PSI. And I'm moving relatively slow here. I want to get a nice flat finish. But I'm going to keep working with this gun as I continue to paint it. I'll give you an update on the gun settings that I use, and we'll see how well we can get this gun to perform. As always, I'll give you a couple tips when you're spraying clear coat. You want to have a consistent speed and a consistent distance from the panel at all times. Even when you're going around those contours, you want to have the same distance from the panel. Make sure you're going to overlap your passes about 75 to 80%, somewhere in that range. Remember, you want to start pulling your trigger off the panel and then start spraying and making your passes. And you never want to stop your movement while you're pulling the trigger if it's pointed at the panel. After the first coat of clear, I'm really happy with the finish. You know, it's not absolutely perfect, and we're not looking for perfection on that first coat. We just want to introduce that clear to the surface, make sure we don't have any runs. If there's a few little dry areas, that's okay. We'll catch those on the second pass. As far as how this gun sprays, I'm really impressed with the finish it's putting down. I like the fan pattern. It's got a very large fan pattern for an inexpensive gun. It seems to be really well built. All the adjustment knobs are nice and smooth. They seem like they're machined well. It seems like a well-built gun, and definitely the best gun that Harbor Freight sells. Now, this Black Widow does have the swivel on the bottom of the gun, so your regulator is going to move. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know why it's necessary. It doesn't seem to be necessary for me. It doesn't really detract from the gun, in my opinion. The other thing is that it is going to consume more air pressure than a low-volume, low-pressure paint gun. Now, it's not a big air hog because it consumes about 10.25 CFM, which isn't horrible. Let's take a good look at how well it laid down the clear coat. It really atomized the clear coat really well. There's a lot of dust in this bumper cover, guys, so we're going to have to cut and buff this. But if you look in the light, you can see how flat the finish is. You know, part of that's your spraying, and part of that's the atomization of the gun. And I think this gun atomizes paint really well. So I don't think you're going to have any issues with that, with getting a flat finish. Good gun. I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch. If you want to support the channel, like, follow, and comment down below, and we'll see you next time on Garage Noise.